and this is my breakfast. I'm out of syrup, so I'm just doing some Kashi blueberry waffles, and then, which is just the frozen kind. I just toasted it and put some spray butter on it, and then I'm having it with a glass of orange juice. So that is my breakfast for today. Okay guys, this is my lunch. It is a gluten-free Amy's frozen burrito. It is so good. I usually top it with some sour cream and a little bit of taco sauce. I usually will like cut it in half. It kind of breaks open. That's why it's kind of messy. It kind of breaks open and pieces fall out. And I usually put a fair amount of sour cream on there. You can kind of do what you want as far as like what you want to top it with, or if you want to top it at all with anything. But I've just been using sour cream and the Ortega mild sauce. So that's what I'm having for lunch. It's like 1:30 right now. So I had breakfast at around 10. It was kind of a late breakfast, and as you saw, it was just a couple pieces of waffles. So I'm really hungry. This will give me some protein that I need. So I'm gonna eat that now, and that's what I'm having for lunch. So you saw what I ate for breakfast, and after breakfast I felt fine. No stomach aches, nothing. This burrito I've eaten a few times, but today I'm feeling kind of yucky after eating it. So my stomach is kind of hurting. Not horrible, but just like the food isn't settling. So today, so this is sort of like, I guess I should say that this is sort of going to be like a food diary, to see how food is affecting my chronic health. Like, can I find some similarities? Can I find some connections between food and how I feel? And then also, I do want to start eating more healthier, and I would like to incorporate that and like so slowly change my eating habit and see if we see that. So I'm starting off, this as like this series is like just what I ate, and then I'm hoping to move it eventually after seeing the effects of what I eat and how I feel after I've eaten it, kind of like seeing that on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and then start changing my eating accordingly. So I hope that you guys, if there's any of you guys out there that are going through the same thing, where you're just trying to figure out how food affects you, I hope that you'll follow along, subscribe to my channel, and just be able to, even if it's just to follow this specific series of videos, because, we all kind of, I think we all at some point, whether we just want to eat healthier, we have to start with looking at what we're eating first. And they always tell us to write it down. I think that for me, I'm going to vlog what I eat. I think I'll do that more than if I were to try to write it down, because I feel like I can pull out my camera and vlog it quickly, whereas going and finding a paper and pen or making sure I have something isn't always available to me. So I'm going to try this new series of videos. As you've seen in some of my previous videos, I've said I'm not sure what direction I'm going to take this channel. And I think for now, I know that I want to do this specific type of vlogging. So it's going to be basically what I'm eating and how it affects me. And so that's what I'm going to start doing. It just kind of came to me as I was sitting here. I just finished what you saw that I had made for lunch, and I'm just not feeling that great. Typically when I start feeling this way, I'll go up and lay down on my heating pad. So I probably will do that. I am sitting here watching The Greatest Showman, one of my favorite movies of all time right now. This is probably like the 4th time I've watched it. I bought the digital off of Amazon Prime. So I've just been watching it and just kind of starting to not feel so good.
So I'm probably going to stop watching it and go lay down and lay on the heating pad, and I'll let you know how I'm feeling in a little while. Okay, so I was just talking to you guys about how I was feeling, and I just turned the TV, I paused it, and I got up and put away my plate or whatever, and I was thinking, you know, a lot of times when I eat, I had mentioned this earlier, I just eat once a day or twice a day. And like I said, I'm trying to like eat more. So then I go through periods of the month where I can't eat at all. So I'll just kind of like pick at things that I have to be like exceptionally careful. You know, certain times I feel like, see, this is why I want to vlog it. I didn't know what to make this channel about. And so I think now I have figured it out, vlogging my food intake just to kind of figure out what's going on with my body. So just being able to know how I'm feeling and being able to look back on what I ate and how I felt when I ate it. And see, this is the thing, like I have been eating the same things over and over, and then all of a sudden I'll eat it and then feel sick. So I don't always feel like it's food. Sometimes I feel like it's other things, like how stressed am I that day? How am I feeling energy-wise? Is my thyroid acting up? So I hope that you guys will be interested in following along, and that maybe it will help you to take on the same journey of just figuring out how food affects you. And also not just food, but like things, just the environment in general. And today it's sunny out. It's been sunny pretty much all week, and spring is on its way, but I just haven't felt that great. The last couple of days I've just not felt that good. And I think that this is going to help, like just focus more on how I'm feeling and how everything affects me, how everything is affecting me. Today, it's been a pretty good day, emotional wise, energy wise. I did grocery shop and get the grocery shopping done. And as I've mentioned, if you've watched any of my grocery hauls, I use the Walmart free pickup, which is so nice for when you're not feeling good. I really need to go into Walmart. I ordered a couple things online that I need to go pick up that are ready to be picked up. And I went out to pick up the groceries, and I just didn't feel like getting out of the car and going in. And so I'm trying to see how I feel throughout the day. I will keep you guys updated as to how I'm feeling and, you know, how what I've eaten has affected me. And, yeah, so I will talk to you guys in a little while, once I maybe lay down, once I let this food digest, because a lot of it is the food just needs to digest, and it takes a long time to do that sometimes for me. So I will talk about like what my conditions are, like what some of my health issues are. So I'll do all of that in my next video. Guys, it's an hour since I ate, and I mentioned, I think it was like, so I ate at 1:30, it's now 2:30. And how I'm feeling at the moment, much better than I did about 20 minutes after I ate. So that's good. Literally, that kind of goes along with my whole gastroparesis issue, which for me is the first hour after I eat. So gastroparesis is when your stomach does not empty in the amount of time that it's supposed to. So within 1 hour of eating, your body should have digested, I think it's 10% of the food. So it's supposed to have digested at least 10% of the food. For me, it was not digesting the way it was supposed to in the time that it was supposed to. So 10% of it should have been gone, or should have been digested, and it wasn't. And so I noticed that usually right after I eat, I'm not feeling good. And I want to say probably around 2 o'clock, I was not feeling good. I want to say somewhere, it started like around, I started at 1:30, so probably around 1:45. So I didn't start feeling better until like literally now. That is my check-in for now, and I will check in with you guys a little later. I just wanted to touch base again. It is 4:52, so it's been a couple hours since I ate lunch, about 3 hours. I'll be eating dinner here pretty soon. The only thing that I'm feeling is a little bit of, I feel like this bile burning in my esophagus, which I tend to feel a lot more, especially lately. That's what I'm feeling right now. And I really haven't had anything. I did have a few chocolate marshmallow eggs at like around 2:30, but I haven't had anything between now and then. But I am currently laying down. I am not having any discomfort or pain at the moment. I'm feeling a little tired, but that's normal and typical for the end of the day. So I will get back with you guys again later to let you know how the day ends. I think you can tell by my eyes how tired I am. I am making my dinner. I'm gonna have some spaghetti with just some butter and Parmesan cheese. Just something kind of bland. But I am so tired. I don't even have the energy to really cook and eat. I don't even have the energy to eat, honestly. I thought about just having cereal, but then lately what I've been finding was when I just eat cereal, I get hungry later. So then like 9 o'clock at night, I'm hungry and want to eat food. And I don't want to be doing that. So if I eat dinner, then if I later want something sweet, I could have a little bowl of cereal. And a lot of times the cereal will help with like the reflux feeling in my esophagus, kind of that burning. All right, so this is my dinner. Just some pasta with some parsley, Parmesan cheese, and butter. I put it in this big old pan big old bowl because it's easier to stir and mix up and when it's a little bit bigger. I have some Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to stop drinking the Dr. Pepper, but I actually only sip it. I have stopped the coffee, so the next thing is the Dr. Pepper, and then I want to start drinking more tea, I think. So this is my dinner. So, like I mentioned, I am extremely tired, but I am going to eat this as much of it as I can, and then I'll just save the rest, watch a little bit of YouTube, and then go lay down. I forgot to mention that it is 6:30. So I had mentioned that I was feeling really tired, and I am, but it is 6:30 and I'm eating dinner now. So I'm going to do that now, and I will get back with you guys when I am finished. Okay, so now I'm going to take my afternoon pills. Pour these out. So this is my probiotic I take, and that is this one here. I really like this one a lot. And then I take, this is called Librax, I think. Let me see. Yeah, Librax. So this is just supposed to be a stomach relaxer. And typically I take something for my esophagus spasms, but I am out. I have to go pick up the medicine. So that's why I'm taking that. This is my vitamin K, vitamin D, vitamin A, and vitamin E. So I'm going to take all of these right now. I just finished dinner. This is the last of my Dr. Pepper. So I figured I'd just go ahead and take my medicine real quick. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now I am going to get ready to take a bath. Since I know I'm probably going to have a little bit of a stomach ache, I'm going to take a nice warm bath. I think that will help. So I'm going to run that now. It's a big tub, so it'll take a little while. I also saw a YouTuber talk about these peppermint drops that she ordered, and I ordered them off of Walmart's website, and they were $10. They're gluten-free. I think they're vegetarian or vegan. So they were $10 for 30. And typically that's not something I would get for like a peppermint drop. I know that peppermint is really good for your stomach. It's a natural relaxer for your digestive system. So if you get a lot of like, you have like IBS or other types of issues that cause a lot of spasms and cramping in your bowels, this will really, peppermint usually really helps. So this is what it's called. It's tummy drops. These are natural peppermint right here. I know they also have a ginger one. I don't really like ginger. Wouldn't be bad to have just to keep, but I really like peppermint, and I know peppermint is really good for the digestive system. It was $10.98 on the Walmart website. If I remember, I'll link the product below. So I'm going to take one now just to kind of preempt, I guess is the word, to kind of like protect myself from feeling bad. Usually within about 15 to 20 minutes, as I had mentioned before, I'll start feeling it. I am feeling a little full. I get that feeling always. So what I'm going to do right now is take one of these tummy drops. I took my afternoon medicine a little late. Normally I should take it a lot earlier. So I will get back with you guys in say about a half an hour to let you know how I'm feeling, maybe like after my bath and everything. And then I'll be closing the vlog after that. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, so as you can tell, it's beginning to get dark. I took my bath, took off my makeup. How I'm feeling, not the best. My stomach is upset. It's kind of, to describe my stomach pain, this is the way I will describe it to you. I have esophagus pain. These are separate, like esophagus pain, then I have stomach pain, which I would attribute to maybe like gastritis, and then I have like the lower abdomen pain, more cramping, like at the belly button and below area, which is more like your IBS symptoms. So the stomach ache that I will talk about, so if I say my stomach hurts, usually that is, and I usually try to define it like, okay, it's above my belly button or below my belly button. So the stomach ache that's in the upper abdomen, it's really hard to describe it. It's just like an ache, a constant ache, a throbbing, and it sometimes it kind of has a biting feeling. Sometimes I get these spasms that are as if somebody is squeezing. Best way I can describe it is like a Braxton Hicks. If you've ever been pregnant, you kind of know what that feels like a contraction where your stomach gets really hard. Well, it feels like something inside is tightening really hard, and it hurts so bad. Sometimes it doesn't hurt. Sometimes it's just really uncomfortable. But the way I describe it is I constantly feel like I have to take this deep breath, like something is sitting on me, and so I feel like I'm constantly trying to take deep breaths. But the pain is just kind of like this deep ache. I used to say it's like a migraine in my stomach. That's how it feels, because it's just this throbbing. So that's what I'm feeling right now. Not horrible. It could be worse, but it is there and uncomfortable, so I'm going to grab my heating pad. I did suck on the peppermint. Did it help or not? I don't know. Hold on just a second. Kind of brighten it up a little bit in here. So did it help? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Now, when I talk about esophagus pain, that I can tell is literally in my chest. And that I can tell that it's literally my esophagus. I will say I'm having esophagus pain. So I usually will describe like, okay, right now I'm having esophagus pain, or I'm having stomach pain, or I'm having like IBS pain, like, what's the word I want to use? Like your bowels. I don't know. It's like contraction of your intestines. That's the best way to say it, is like your intestines are spasming. And that can be very painful. I get that pretty often.
So definitely one of those things where, I can usually say this is where it's coming from. So right now, the pain or the discomfort is in between where the esophagus ends and opens into the stomach, and that's the whole area, the stomach area. That's where I feel the discomfort, and what I'm feeling right now, that's what I'm feeling. So I feel like a lot of times I feel like my biggest discomfort is that time period of when my food is trying to digest in the stomach itself. So the enzymes, they're trying to break it down, which I don't really have, and then the bile possibly. And so I just feel like for however long it takes for the stomach to move out of, or the food to move out of my stomach is the amount of time that I get a lot of discomfort. So a lot of times I can sit on a heating pad and be on the heating pad for 15 minutes, and sometimes I can be on it for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. It's like that the food just doesn't want to leave the stomach. It doesn't want to break it down and move it out. So, and then there are times when, because I have a lot of problems with constipation and just not, my bowels, my intestines not moving. And so I feel like when I eat, sometimes it's pushing the the intestines is pushing out what's still sitting there to make room for the new, and then I can be in excruciating pain for that. And then that I would call like the lower abdomen and intestinal pain. So, like I said, I'm just kind of experiencing a little discomfort with that. It could be the pasta, but for me, it's just the food in general. If it were just like a piece of toast, it'd be nothing. But the fact that it's a meal, and sometimes you can even do this with cereal, so it's just a toss up. If I decide to eat again, I will, let you know. But for now, I think this will be it for the day. I'm probably within a couple hours I'll feel better. It may not. A lot of times I don't feel better until I fall asleep, and literally the next day. It's not that I feel better at night, but once I'm asleep, I don't notice it. And then in the morning, I'm usually feeling better because everything is out of my stomach usually. So I will, let you guys know. And if there is a clip after this, that means that I ate again. But most likely, I'm going to end it because it is right now 7:50. So it is about, I think I ate at 6 o'clock or 6:30. I don't remember, but it was around that time. And so it's been a couple hours, and not quite maybe 2, but almost 2 hours. So really the discomfort should be gone, but I still feel like the food is sitting there. And that's one of the things I feel with the gastroparesis is I feel like that it's not just the first hour. I feel like sometimes it's longer than an hour. Not every meal, and not every day, but certain times. And I wonder with gastroparesis if there can be some days where your stomach moves well and digests well, and then other days it's a lot slower. So I'm just curious. When they did it that day, I was feeling pretty good, but a couple days later I was feeling really bad. And had they done the test then, what would it have shown? That's what I'm curious about. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified when I put out a new video. And thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. See you later.